Outside tonight, the Quarry Market. In fact, not too far from the rock pile, and our smokestacks are blue tonight in honor of World Teacher Day. That's coming up this Sunday, October 5th. Thank you, teacher. We love our teachers. My favorite teacher is Miss Taylor. My daughter's a 5th grade teacher. And I'm going to tell you this right now, and I'm not just saying it because I'm her dad, but all teachers have hearts bigger than most people. I'm telling you, to have the patience and the gift to be a teacher. It is something special. All right, 80 degrees feels like 82. Southeast wind tonight. Southeast wind tonight. So we're going to start seeing a little bit more humidity, feeling a little bit more humidity, especially in the mornings. You know, we had fabulous mornings all week, but if you notice, just about every day this week, they were getting a little bit warmer. Well, this weekend, you're going to feel a little bit more humidity. Felt a lot of heat today. Look at this, 96 at Gonzales, 95 at Seguin. Floresville tops off at 96. Uvalde, just an inaccurate number. I don't know why, but 72 is not true. 95 at New Braunfels, another hot day there. And then 94 out at Del Rio, 88 at Rock Springs. That's not too bad. Bernie, too. But our 93, 5 away from a 1979 record. And remember, our average high now is 86. And no rain just yet on this October 3rd. Well, air quality was the story all week, and these live monitors still showing unhealthy air for sensitive groups here, state capital and Houston, and this improves for Houston. Yesterday they were unhealthy for all groups. But look what happens to the winds tomorrow afternoon. See the double digits? Gusts of about 15 to 20 in daytime heating. That's the key. So that's why tomorrow is not an ozone action day. We had 4 in a row this week. Some showers showing up. That southeast wind is going to start pushing some of this in our direction, but not much. I mean, this is just going to be little isolated sprinkles more than anything else. Cuero, it's almost about Karnes City and Kennedy. High pressure takes over once you move a little farther west. That's why we're not expecting any rain tomorrow or Sunday. But once we get into next week, saying Tuesday, Wednesday timeframe, the high is out of the way and the Gulf goes to work. I think we start seeing some pretty decent downpours on the coastal bend and about a 10 to 20% chance something moves in our direction. No go on a rain chance over the weekend. Here's Saturday, mid to upper 60s to start, probably upper 80s to low 90s to finish. So a few ticks lower than what we've seen the last couple of days, and that's mainly due to the increase in humidity. On Sunday, we're probably going upwards of about 90 for a high. So again, a little bit of a break from the 93s or 94s. To the tropics, Eastern Pacific, we watch these because they could send moisture in our direction. Pretty good probability we see a named storm out of that. Very low probability what we see over the Florida Keys hits the peninsula, 10% chance of development. And then it's a 50-50 on what's out in the Atlantic. As a matter of fact, the next storm name is Jerry. So that's what we're looking for out in the Atlantic. Remember, hurricane season through the end of November. 14-day forecast begins with the first weekend of October, 89 to 90 both afternoons. Mornings right around 70. And then once we get into next week, there's the rain chances, 10 to 20% as we warm up. So even though we'll be around 90 over the weekend, we're going back up to the mid-90s for Wednesday, especially Thursday. But there are some 80s on the forecast, just not until October 14th. Steel and East Central. More great highlights after a quick break.